The galaxy's empires had seen a young species rise from its cradle, hungry for the stars but blind to the predators lurking in the dark. They told humanity that laws kept peace, that treaties guaranteed safety, that civility was survival. And humanity believed them. They disarmed, they obeyed, they paid tribute, and their children still vanished. The raiders never stopped. The Zur Dominion, the Cathari Syndicate, nameless cartels hidden in the black hole, had taken Earth's young, sometimes for slaves, sometimes for experiments, sometimes simply to hurt. Humanity protested. The Council sent apologies. Nothing changed. Until Vegas reached. It was supposed to be a quiet colony, a place for families to build new lives. But when the raiders came, they didn't just take children. They left messages scrawled in blood across walls. "We own you." The images burned through every screen on Earth. That was the day the hunt began. Captain Adrian Cross stood on the bridge of the Vanguard, humanity's newest dreadnought, forged in secret beneath Europa's oceans. His eyes were fixed on the holomap, the location of the Cathari stronghold where the stolen children had been taken. "They think we'll beg again," he said softly. "They think we'll wait for the Council to bury us in words. But we don't beg anymore. And we don't wait." Lieutenant Mara Vey clenched her fists at her console. Her voice was raw. "They took my nephew. He's somewhere down there. I don't care if I die getting him back." Commander Lewis Grant's jaw was hard, his tone quiet but steep. "Then we don't stop until every child is home and every thief is ash." The fleet descended. The Cathari stronghold orbited a dying star, hidden within asteroid fields and fortified with hundreds of warships. For centuries, it had been untouchable, a den of slavers and raiders protected by council, silence, and the arrogance of predators. But predators had never faced prey that learned to bite back. The Vanguard led the charge, its guns roaring with rail slugs accelerated to near light speed. Drones poured forth in swarms, overwhelming the outer defenses, tearing frigates apart before their commanders realized what was happening. Human destroyers followed, unleashing gravity torpedoes that collapsed entire squadrons into singularities. The Cathari scrambled, howling overcomes, demanding reinforcements, demanding to know why humanity had weapons forbidden by treaty. But treaties did not matter anymore. Adrian gave the only order that mattered: burn them all. The battle raged for hours, but it was never a contest. Humanity had prepared too long, endured too much, and carried too many graves. Every weapon unleashed was vengeance made steel. By the time the Vanguard broke through to the station's core, the Cathari fleet was nothing but wreckage. Adrian, Mara, and Lewis led the boarding teams. Black-armored Marines stormed through blood-slick corridors, cutting down slavers who begged for mercy they had never shown. The air stank of smoke and fear. At the heart of the station, they found the cages, rows upon rows of them. Children from a dozen species, some broken, some silent, some too weak to stand, and among them, human faces. Mara dropped to her knees, ripping open a cell. Her nephew, Gabriel, stared at her with hollow eyes. "Auntie," he whispered. She held him close, her tears mixing with ash. "You're safe now. No one will ever touch you again." Adrian stood among the cages, his rifle at his side, his voice low but carrying. "Find them all. Every last one. Bring them home." The Marines obeyed. Hundreds of children were freed that night. But not all. In a hidden lab, they found horrors that froze even hardened soldiers. Children strapped to machines, drained of blood, their DNA harvested for experiments, vats filled with half-formed creatures, hybrids of human and alien flesh, and endless lists of shipments to other empires, other buyers. Lewis's hands shook as he read the manifests. They sold them. They sold our children like cattle. Adrian's face hardened to iron. "Then we hunt every buyer, every empire, every world that ever touched them. We will not stop." They destroyed the station, its fire lighting the void as the freed children were carried to safety. But the war was only beginning. Word spread fast. The Council tried to condemn humanity, calling them lawless, uncivilized, dangerous. But the truth was louder than their lies. Images of cages, images of children freed, images of raiders burned alive in their own dens. Other species watched in silence. Some trembled in fear, others whispered with hope, for in humanity's fury they saw a shield they had never known, a predator that hunted those who had always been untouchable. Back on Earth, President Elena Ward spoke to the stars. "They took our children. They bled us, mocked us, and called us weak. But humanity is prey no longer. We are the hunters now, and we will hunt until every chain is broken and every thief is ash. To those who profited from our suffering, your future is gone. To those who prey on the innocent, your time is over. We are humanity. We endure, we avenge, and we never forget our blood." The galaxy trembled on enslaver dens. Raiders fled into deeper shadows. In council halls, delegates whispered of war they could not win. And across colonies once broken, parents held their children close, whispering thanks to the storm that had finally risen. On the Vanguard's bridge, Mara sat with Gabriel at her side, the boy clinging to her armor. She brushed his hair gently, her eyes fierce with fire. "No one will ever take you again, not while I breathe." Adrian looked out at the stars, his voice steady, a vow spoken not just to his crew but to every predator listening in the dark. "From this day forward, humanity hunts. We will find you, no matter where you hide. We will tear down every den, every market, every empire that fed on our children. We were prey, but not anymore." The silence that followed was not weakness. It was the silence of a predator in the dark, waiting for the next strike, and every empire that had once feasted on Earth's blood finally understood. The hunt had turned.